that skit about this doom had like disappeared and wanted to be alone with his experiments and stuff,
Right.
and then came back to like take over the world. And that's literally him.
Hey guys, we're back today. We're covering Food by MF Doom. So this actually kind of marks our kind of 1 year anniversary on this channel. The first video we ever posted was
First reaction video
was Mad Villainy. Don't watch that.
Please don't watch
that. It was horrible.
Yeah, I never want to see that video again.
But very thankful for that video because it kind of gained us an audience and kind of got the ball rolling for us. We thought, it was 1 year anniversary. We thought we'd honor that with another Doom album. I mean, it's been a while.
It's been a year.
Yeah. So R.I.P. Doom.
I guess like every few months, the old videos become embarrassing again.
Yeah.
And videos you didn't think were embarrassing are now embarrassing. But that one is the most embarrassing.
Yeah, like you really do learn a lot when you do this for a while. Like everything from camera work, lighting, things to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dealing with comments. I'm surprised people watch that shit.
Yeah. If you've been here since that video, wow. Thank you so much. If you watched that video and decided to subscribe, you have no taste, but we're really grateful. And if you've joined us along the way, thank you so much. We're so grateful. We did not think that... We thought we were just going to post into the void. So I didn't have a lot to say, or I didn't know what exactly I should be saying. So it was really awkward. Hopefully I do a better job this time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll get to the album now. So this was released in 2004. Mad Villain was released the same year.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so he pretty much put out two classics the same year. Wow. And I'm not even sure if, I feel like the year before or even this year, or the 2004, he released Victor Vaughn, Vaudeville Villain, and also King Ghidorah, Take Me to Your Leader, which is like his alter egos. So he was a busy guy around that time.
Damn, yeah. And this was 20 years ago.
That's 20 years ago. It really is.
Just when you said 2004, I was like, oh wow, that's 20. That's
Holy
20
crap.
years ago.
Enough yapping. We'll get into the first track, which is called Beef Rap.
Here you will find food for your body, as well as comfort for your troubled mind.
Food at last.
How do you make it?
Regular storage procedure. The same as the other food.
What other food?
Fish. Protein. Grass.
Would you like a snack? Thanks for the drink. Operation Doomsday complete. All units are close casualty, damage tested.
This is a mess.
You talk of the people's rights. The people have only those rights which I choose to give them. Watch you. I have special plans for that one.
What the fuck?
Beef rap, commit to getting teeth capped or even a reef from armed dudes on some grief crap. I suggest a change of diet. It can lead to high blood pressure if you fry it, or even a stroke, heart attack, heart disease. It ain't no starting back once arteries start to squeeze. Every week is mystery meat, seaweed stewed.
Food. We need food.
He wears a mask just to cover the raw flesh. A rather ugly brother with flows that's gorgeous. Drop dead joints hit the whips like bird shit. They need it like a hole in their head or a third tit. Her bra smell, his cards say ah hell. Barred from all bars and kicked out the Carvel. Keep a cooker where the jar fell. And keep a cheap hooker that's off the hook like Marbell. A rhyming cannibal who's dressed to kill and cynical. Whether is it animal, vegetable or mineral. It's a miracle how he gets so lyrical and proceed to move the crowd like an old Negro spiritual. For a meal, do a commercial for Mellow Yellow. Tell them devils hell no, say y'all own jello. We hollered krills, she swallowed pills. He followed flea, collared $3 bills and squilt for Halalville. If y'all a pill, dig the real. It's how the big ballers deal. Twirl a L after every meal.
Food.
Samples are amazing.
What up? To all rappers, shut up with your shutting up and keep a shirt on, at least a button up. You who's screwed by the dude on the CD, nude.
We need food.
Wait, bring him to me.
The start of that was like, I said it was a mess. I mean that in the best way. It was chaotic, all of these different samples, and I'm like trying to focus on what they're saying, but then like the beat underneath, I feel like there was this sound underneath all of the samples, and I feel like it kind of sounded like Boards of Canada or something.
What?
Way underneath, so I was like focusing on that and then focusing on the samples. He had all of like so many samples about food.
Yeah.
So how many skits were there at the start? Like 5, 6? 6 skits at the start, it says.
Yeah. It's a very skit-heavy album.
He had a lot of skits in Mad Villainy too.
Yeah.
But wow, then when it got into I have so much to say about this, when it got into the verse. So I feel like once, like the first time you listen to an album, you notice things that you don't listen once you get used to it.
Yeah.
Because the first time I listened to Mad Villainy, I was like, what the hell? It was like, he actually says it in there about it's a miracle how he's so lyrical or something. That's so true. Like, it's insane. Like, I'm gonna get lost in this. I'm really excited about it. The first time we listened to it, I was like, this is like watching a play, but it's more like reading a comic.
Yeah.
But as a song.
Right.
It's insane the way he like uses samples, and then he's talking food. He was talking about food. He had so many rhymes about food and so many food metaphors, and obviously I should expect that. Back to what I was saying, I feel like on subsequent listens of Mad Villainy, I just take it for what it is. I don't necessarily pay attention to all these, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of take it for granted almost. Now this is new to me. And I'm just blown away, but again, by all of the things I was kind of blown away by in Mad Villainy. Like, his samples are crazy. The like vibe that it really is like a comic book vibe, but as a song. And then his lyrics are amazing. Like, they blow you away, and they're pretty hard to understand. But his rhyming is insane. Also, sorry, the beat underneath the verses. Is that on Special Herbs or something?
So a lot of these will be on
because I know that one. Yeah. Okay, I knew it. So beef wrap could lead to getting teeth capped. So beef wrap, is he talking about like actual beef?
Yeah.
Like beef we've been...
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I suggest you change your diet, food. It can lead to high blood pressure if you fry it.
Right.
He's talking about beef, but he's also talking about beef. He's making these metaphors.
Yeah. He was saying that he wanted to make a concept album. This is a quote about the things you find on a picnic or at a picnic table. With common metaphors and double entendres in the street world and the nutritional realm.
Isn't that hilarious?
So, yeah.
There were so many things in here. And I was just so amazed. I was like, how much food can you mention in this? I don't want to go through and try and pick out specific lines right now. I'm sure I'll be able to do that in subsequent songs. I feel like I've spoken a lot already. I'm just very impressed by him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to the second song, which is called Hoe Cakes. So hoe cakes are like, I had to look it up because like we're in Canada. So hoe cakes are, they're kind of like pancakes.
Oh.
Made out of, I think, like cornmeal or something. And it kind of originated in the south of America.
I got this girl and she wants me to duke her. I told her I'll come scoop her around 8, she said. That sounds great. Shorty girl's a trooper. No matter what I need her to do, she be like, on his own throne, the boss like King Cooper. On the microphone, he flossed the ring. Average MCs is like a TV blooper. MF Doom, he's like DB Cooper. And can't live with this, handle your business. Villainous, stay on a scandalous whole shit list. 1 pack of cookies, please, Mr. Hooper. It's fun smacking rookies, he is the... Look like a black Wookie when he let his beard grow. Weirdo, brown skinned, always kept his hair low. Rumors has it it's a S-curl accident. Doom was always known to keep the best girls' backs bent. Some say it's the eyes, some say the accent. A lot of guys wonder where their stacks went. I call her thunder thighs with the fatty swoller. Only mess with high rollers, do what daddy told her. Keep my eye on her, really don't trust her, but I treat her like a daughter. Taught her how to bust a nut and the heat to turn beef to horse meat chalupa. Teach her how to hold it, of course he is the... Listen here, Scooter, let her try to bag you when she's on the rag. Never let her fry the ragu, which will have you into some type of spell crying dag boo. Her name on your back in a tattoo. He keep his hoes in check, sends them out to get glows from all frozen necks. Tell him take his clothes, leave him posing naked for real. Better yet, get him for the check off the record deal. Find out where he keep the tech and the blue steel. Make sure for extra rec, let him know how you feel. And while he's running down to All-Star Weekend to ball, I'm coming with the U-Haul.
murdered. But how did you get permission to return to New York, Master?
Through the efforts of a misguided fool.
That was hilarious. He took that one sample, super, and then just used it in all these various ways throughout the whole song. And I felt like, I don't know if I was imagining it, but because he kept ending the bar with super, and then there were some where it sounded like it was almost gonna say it was like I really liked that. I feel more pressure than usual to try and break down what he's saying.
There's a lot to break down, so it's impossible to break down.
It would make this video like 3 hours long.
Basically in this one it's like he's like a pimp and he's telling his host to
I got that he was talking disrespectfully about women.
But we just, a couple of weeks ago, we reacted to Mona Lisa. So it's kind of similar to this, Mona Lisa by Lil Wayne and Kendrick. Mm-hmm. This one's like, send them out to get the glows from the frozen necks. Like glows, frozen neck, like, because there's ice on the chains.
Oh.
Diamond, so tell him to take his clothes, leave him posing naked for real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and while he's running down to All-Star Weekend to ball, I'm coming with the U-Haul. So while he's away, then I'll come with the truck and steal.
The truck to steal.
Yeah, so it's all like a plot.
That is a lot like Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Same kind of idea.
So yeah, I know there's obviously a lot of like rhyming going, so it's hard to follow at first, right?
And you have a little bit of an idea, but it's like he's kind of like painting this picture and you don't quite get what you're looking at. But it's,
I think because it's like metaphor after metaphor, simile after simile, rhyming. Yeah. So you're just kind of concentrating on that.
Mm-hmm. Trying to work that out.
Yeah.
And you're like seeing the pieces but not putting them all together. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll move to track number 3, which is called Potholderz, featuring Count Bass D.
I strive to be humble, lest I stumble. Never sold a jumbo or cop chicken wings with mumbo sauce. Tyson is a foul holocaust. Hitler gas your whole head up with poetry. I'm fed up. Ignore cordon bleu. Stand up, get up. Lunge for your knife. Don't forget your potholders.
Hot shit. What? These old things? About to throw them away with the gold rings that make them don't fit like OJ. Usually I take them off with oil or Olay. MCs is crabs in the barrel past the Old Bay. Some say the price of holding heat is often too high. You either be in a coffin or you be the new guy. The one that's too fly to eat soup pie. Never too busy when it comes down to you and I. A lot of niggas wish to die. They need to hold their horses. It's bigger fish to fry. So I could calm down so they don't get it twisted. Take it from the fireside and won't get blistered. Got it. What happened? Oh, it's not lit. These metal fingers be holding hot shit.
When I was 4, I penned God was born in New York. Back in 77, still got Nan in the crescent, the yellow. Peace to the hard-working gingerbread makers. Looked her up and down, said, too much makeup. My name is Dwight Spitz, I'm a sonic addict. I used to think it was merely a nagging habit. Born under a bad sign. I'm serious about this curse of mine. I strive to flip it into fine wine. Barely born a virgin is what the stars said. Black, not white, red all over though like Elmo. 28 years have passed, I feel I'm peaking. I make music every weekend. It's a chore, a fact of life, a labor of love. I get mad love, but I detest the labor and its wages. You know, death. I'm serving life from this gift of God. Don't forget your potholders, my niggas.
It was a really kind of laid back beat. Mm-hmm. And I felt like the way they were rapping was also kind of laid back. What was funny about this Count Bass D, he sounded really laid back, but he has a really good vocabulary. He sounds so like well spoken.
Right.
It was pretty funny. Mm-hmm. He was doing a lot of food references as well. I thought it was funny that like MF Doom is he's using like idioms and stuff and like expressions that we use in the right place, but they also involve food. Yeah. Like when he said they need to hold their horses, there's bigger fish to fry. Mm-hmm. Right. So it's like he's made this collection of like food references, food idioms, food metaphors, and then found a way to incorporate them in something completely different. Like here they're talking about like rapping, basically. Yeah. That was interesting, actually, the Count Bass D. I make music every weekend. It's a chore, a fact of life, a labor of love. I get mad love, but I detest the labor, and it's wages. So he's saying it. Rapping is just a job to him now. Basically, this is how he makes money, and he loves it, but he hates working. Yeah, perfect. I got that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's a completely separate concept, but somehow they're introducing food.
Yeah.
Isn't that hilarious?
Yeah, like it's obviously that's the theme of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then it's called potholders. Like,
oh yeah, what is it? Sorry, what's a potholder?
It's like an oven mitt. Like,
Okay.
So
that
like
would make sense.
some say the price of holding heat is often too high. You either be in a coffin or you be the new guy. So like, holding heat, I think I told you what heat means.
You
like
did tell me.
Like holding a gun.
Yeah.
So the price of holding a gun is often too high. You could be in a coffin or be the new guy, like the new guy in jail. Yeah.
Wow, that's a good one.
Right.
Now that I know that potholder is an oven mitt, he said, don't forget your potholders. And then when MF Doom comes in, he says, what, these old things?
Yeah.
Then with the gold rings that make them don't fit like OG.
Yeah.
So it's a glove.
Right.
Okay, that makes much more sense.
MC's is crabs in a barrel past the Old Bay. So like there's another food reference.
Yeah,
the crabs.
Crabs in the barrel.
Yeah.
Isn't that absolutely insane?
Yeah.
He's so talented.
Okay, track number 4 is called One Beer. This one was produced by Madlib, actually.
Oh.
I think it was supposed to be on Madvillain.
Oh.
But I'm not sure what happened, but it's here now.
You can let us know if you know.
Yeah.
There's only one beer left. Rappers screaming all in our ears like we're deaf. Tempt me, do a number on a label. Beat up all the MCs and drink them under the table. Like told her, tell them they stole it. He told her he lost it. She told him get off it and a bunch of other more shit. Getting money, DTs be getting no new leads. It's like he eating watermelon, stay spitting new seeds. It's the weed, give me some of what he drooping off. She asked him autograph her derriere red to wide load. This yard bird tastes like fried toad turd, love villain. Take pride in cold words, crooked eye mode, nerd geek with a cold heart. Probably still be speaking in rhymes as an old fart. They call a super when they need their back plumbing fix. How is only one left? The pack coming 6. Whatever happened to 2 and 3? A herb tried to slide with 4 and 5 and got caught. Like what you doing, G? Don't make them have to get cutting like truancy. Matter of fact, not for nothing. Right now, you and me, looser than a pair of Adidas. I hope you bought your spare tweeters. MCs sound like cheerleaders. Seeds know what time it is, like it's time for Teletubbies. Few can do it, even fewer can sell it. Take it from the dude who wear a mask like a tarted helmet. He plots shows like robberies. In and out, 1, 2, 3, nobody's please. Run the cash and you won't get a wet sweatshirt. The mic is the shotty, nobody moves, nobody get hurt.
Start snapping. Dude, gosh, I wish I'd brought my autograph book.
Your attempts at humor bore me.
Right, Lidhead.
You're weird. Why is everyone staring at us?
Oh, I should have realized. We must look like freaks to them.
Relax, mister. Just do your thing.
Get a good grip on my...
Boy, I'll bang your readout meter for you, little...
Knock it off, Ben.
I don't know what has to be going on inside your head to be able to put all of this together. All of these samples all together. So like for like this conversation at the end, is that just various samples put together?
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
He's making whole conversations.
Over his beats. Or whatever.
Obviously, I had heard rap before we listened to Mad Villainy for the first time.
Right.
So I knew what like radio rap sounded like. But that's like 50 Cent and stuff. So when I heard Mad Villainy, I was like, oh my god, I had no idea rap could sound like this.
Yeah.
Only he sounds like this. He's like one of a kind. Wow, he's so unique. And he did something I really loved about Mad Villainy. He did it in this song. They call the super when they need their back a plumbing fix. You think he's gonna say one thing,
and then it goes.
And then he, what was there was a really prominent.
This party could use a few more.
Yeah.
Booze.
Yeah, exactly. That was something I loved on Mad Villainy.
Right.
And he did it in here, and I thought it was hilarious.
He wants to rhyme these words. He'll just find some convoluted thing like. So, for instance, like this part where she asked him autograph her derriere, it read, "To wide load this yard bird, tastes like fried toad turd, love villain, take pride in code words," and then crooked eye mold nerd. So we'll just like put all these things together.
Yeah.
We'll just kind of like fill in the blanks or whatever, right?
Obviously, it was kind of gibberish what he said, but then take pride in code words. I thought he was like making reference to the fact that he does talk in code basically in his songs. Like his lyrics are so convoluted that he's basically talking in code and only he really knows what it means. Yeah. And you have to like sit down and try and break the code to understand what he's talking about.
Okay. We'll go to track number 5. I think this one's a bit more straightforward. Okay. Deep fried frenz.
As you call them, they call you when they need something. Trees for the blunt, to G's for the front. I found a way to get peace of mind for years and left the hell alone. Turn a deaf ear to the cellular phone. Send me a letter or better, we can see each other in real life. Just so you can feel me like a steel knife. Mom, dad, comrade, peeps, brothers, sisters, duns, dunnies. Some come around when they need some money. Others make us laugh like the Sunday funnies. Fan be around whether you pay the bummy. You could either ignore this advice or take it from me. Be too nice, some people take you for a dummy. So nowadays he ain't so friendly. Actually they wouldn't even made a worthy enemy. Never let your so-called mans know your plans. A show of hands is a term some people use loosely. I'm real choosy on what I choose to let crew see. You telling me I try to act broke. Jealousy the #1 killer among black folk. Fellas be under some type of spell like crack smoke. Ghetto Cinderellas lead them right to your stack lope. Just another way a chick will lead to your end. I checked the dictionary for the meaning of friends. It said person one likes to socialize with, sympathize and help her, and that's about the size of it. They can't hide it, going wild like a wild bitch. Sometimes you can cut niggas off like a light switch. And when things get quiet, catch them like a thief in the night. What a right. Will also be a sad note to end on. The guns we got is some come in the form of codependence. A lot of times only end up being co-defendants. $10 say they tell for a lower sentence and leave you up under the jail begging for repentance. I'd rather go out in a blaze than give them the glory. A similar story for lovers. We need to have some type of overstanding, just so when I let her get the man thing, she know it's no strings. We could do the damn thing, but ho, it's no rings. Just how the tramp swings. Will she see him again? That depends on how good was the skins and could she memorize the lessons. It ain't no need to pretend. Even though she let him stab it, she know they just win.
Villains, don't be silly. I know who my friends are. And the next nice neighborhood I move into, you guys will get crack.
Negro humor always escaped me.
The most powerful, the most mysterious monarch in all the world. The awesome, armor-clad Lord of...
I know who Doom is. He happens to be the most dangerous man in the world.
That was pretty interesting subject matter. Mm-hmm. About not getting close to people, basically.
Right.
It wasn't straightforward by any.
No, I meant straightforward as in like this, the concept.
Yeah, the concept was I feel like much easier to understand, and it was kind of interesting because I feel like it was a more kind of universal concept.
Right.
Whereas a lot of stuff kind of feels like
just more specific, I guess.
Or
the subject or whatever.
Like niche or and especially in the kind of environment that he creates, it doesn't feel real.
Right.
Whereas that felt more like real life.
Sure, more grounded, more down to earth. I guess.
Exactly. And what I thought was super interesting, the skit at the end, it kind of tied back to that. Because he was talking about like wanting to be alone to do his experiments, and he has all these foes, like more foes than anyone in the world, and stuff like that. How does he know? Like, oh, I'm just gonna go to this thing and sample this, and it's gonna be relevant. He must have to do so much research and have like a collection.
I think about that. I don't think about that often. But when I do listen to his music, I'm like you have to look through a lot of footage, I guess, or sound bites or whatever. Yeah, because these are all like from cartoons or whatever, obviously. But like you'd have to watch a lot, or that takes a lot of time.
You have to know it. Like you have to know for something to trigger something in your head. Like, because that's specifically kind of related to what he was talking about. He must do so much research. Like, he must have collections upon collections of just these samples to be able to find something that fits what he's actually talking about.
And this is what he does on, like, most of his albums.
Isn't that insane?
Almost all of them, I think.
This one was interesting because it was, like, intricate rhymes to talk about a more universal concept. Yeah. I really liked the sample.
Friends.
And how he, like, because how many of us have them? A show of hands. So he uses that, and then the next thing he says ties back to that. But then there was another part. How many of us have cut it a similar story? Frenz.
Yeah.
That was amazing how he was using that.
Okay, so we're hitting like a kind of a weird patch in the album.
Okay.
So track 6, 7, 8, 9 are all skits.
Okay.
So
should we just listen to?
Yeah, exactly. So poo-putt, platter, filet-o-rapper, gumbo, and fig leaf bi-carbonate.
Okay.
So we'll listen to all 4 of those, then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Then we'll move on after.
I tripped a lot out here in the woods lately. This is a platter of. This makes an exceptionally good late night snack, and also a dandy fly swatter. Eyes are
Dangerous, Rapper. You will need assistance.
I know what I'm doing.
You risked your life for us. Thanks. I've lost an arm.
Good.
Stop it, Father.
Stand back. Return to the house.
No.
Whenever I'm expecting a lot of company, haven't had a lot of company in a long time, but if I were expecting some, I'd whip up a really substantial meal. You see how strong I am? I'm eating all this stuff. Good healthy meal like this filet.
Now that's what they call soul food.
Well, you may say, I don't think I care for that, so you can also fix yourself a gumbo. You gotta watch your gums on this, but it's very good. It's very healthy.
Not perfect for every situation, but edible wrappers could actually beef up your next meal.
You would only want to use the wraps where there's no food associated with the use of the wrap. So some potential uses include wrapping bulk packed in a larger package, and in that case...
Well, anyway, you may be saying about now, how in the world does that old fella eat all of that crazy stuff and not get sick to his stomach? I come up with a dandy glass of this bicarbonate of fig leaf. That'll set me free, I'll tell you.
You've heard of good to the last drop? Well, your food could soon be good to the last bite.
That was something. There were so many funny lines in there. I'm very impressed by his collection of samples. You risked your life for us. Thanks.
This is my favorite part right here. I lost an arm.
Good.
Stop it, Father. Stand back. Return to the house. Yeah, that was the best part.
That was absolutely hilarious. This is a platter of. This makes an exceptionally good late night snack, and also a dandy fly swatter.
I felt like he was using some of these as metaphors as well, like for like whack rappers, for instance.
The one where they were talking about like edible wraps or whatever.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
perfect for every situation, but edible wraps could actually beef up your next meal. When they kept repeating rap, I was like, oh, is this actually like alluding to something else?
And there was something about like, I want to eat something healthy or something. It's like, oh, how about some beets? Or, something like that. I can't remember which one it was.
The edible wrappers thing, I got this idea of, like I just said, not perfect for every situation, but edible wrappers could actually beef up your next meal. It sounded like something that's not, it doesn't actually have any substance.
Yeah.
It's just adding to it.
I guess if you're equating like, let's say fast food or something, like you're adding stuff that's not good for you, but it's there to enhance get people to flock to it, I guess, or something. Like, so basically it's kind of like rap music.
So he's talking about...
Yeah. That's what I'm taking away from this.
That was so clever.
Yeah. Here's an interesting note, like artificial colors, yellows or reds. Let's focus on the red. And it's kind of like, FDA approved certain food coloring additives. Some are actually poison. So I think it's kind of talking about like different aspects of hip hop, let's say, that are like not good.
Toxic,
exactly, yeah. But they're FDA approved. So like, you know, the record labels approve of it and people eat it up, right?
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Poison, bad news. That's right. We'll move on to the next one then. Track number 10 is called Con Carne.
Darker than the East River, larger than the Empire State, where the beast who guard the barbed wire gate is on the job, not my fate. Tired of the wait till the villain bring deliverance from the dire straits, fire at a higher rate. Why debate the liars, flyers scatter by a plate, isolate the wires. Try the straight pliers, if not the vice grips. A real price saver way to acquire nice whips. Wanna steal for real on wheels of steel. Clack, clack, pardon me, whack rap, con carne. He came to feed the children's like Sally Struthers. After that, he's going back to Cali, where's the wilder than the Nile. Hold power like the Great Pyramids of Giza and stay leaning like the Tower of Pisa. Give him something he can feel that's softer squeezer. Roar with the pen and on the mic off the heezer. They couldn't spot him on a spot date. Got the only tape that come with a free hot plate. Whoever do get to see me sing with the 3D ring sitting stationary like BB King can see how it really stink. It ain't no front row, standing room only at the motocross stunt show. The roughest ain't up to snuffleupagus. Me and Sub is like the Brown Smothers brothers. Vaster than the 7 seas, bigger than Mount Kilimanjaro. If they don't know, fill them in tomorrow. And far too eccentric for forensics. I dedicate this mix to Sub Rock, the hip hop Hendrix.
It was funny again with that sample, how he was, which song was it again, where with the deep fried frenz, when he was inserting the sample and then singing after the sample, because I don't know how often we hear that where people insert a sample and then use it as part of the rhyme or the bar, as opposed to like just like complimenting it. Flyers scatter by a plate, isolate the wires, try the straight pliers, if not the vice grips. A real price saver way to acquire nice whips. Yeah. So he's teaching people how to steal a car.
And it's like, it's clever how he did, he was rhyming like dire straits, higher rates, and then it went to liars, wires. He changed it to try the straight pliers, if not the vice grips.
And then
Then starts rhyming grips to whips, and
Why steal for real on wheels of steel? That was absolutely fantastic.
You briefly mentioned earlier special herbs. So like a lot of these beats are from special herbs that he produced. Special herbs is actually my favorite like MF Doom project. I know that's kind of wild to say because like many people consider it like the GOAT rapper. But I love his beats. I know they're like simple, but like they just make me happy.
Yeah, they
like
are.
I just love listening to special herbs. His music just puts a smile on my face. Yeah. And then when he mixes it with these samples, these cartoony samples, like these voices, and it's always the same voice, like in my pocket. You know what I mean? Like it's the same voice. It's from my father.
And just like it sounds so good. It sounds so much fun. Just listening to it is like an amazing experience. But like that's not where it ends. Yeah. And that already alone is such an incredible feat to have created this like completely unique environment that's like being in a cartoon or a comic. That in itself is amazing. But then on top of that, he's like, oh, I'm the most intelligent person in the world also.
I don't think I really told you the backstory of MF Doom. Like he was in the 90s, he was in a rap group with his brother, and then I guess his brother passed away. And then the label didn't want to put out the album anymore. So he went into hiding, I guess, and then came back under MF Doom with a mask on.
So the sample he's using?
What do you mean?
He's like, oh, he went away. He wanted to be alone to work on his experiments. And...
Yeah. Okay, I never.
My God!
I never put that together. That could be it. I never put that together.
Wow.
Yeah, I should have said that after that. I never even thought about that.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. Okay, so this next track is called Guinnesses, featuring Angelica and Four Eyes. It's a common thread to his albums where in the second half of the album there's like a female presence. Oh. Yeah. So I think in Mad Villain, I think it was where it was just a girl singing. In this one, it's a female rapper. So
cool.
J-Ton never came so ill. He got skill. Met a brother from the grill that gave my spine chills. All 33 nerves, controlling my curves. Common sense just swerved every time I got served. Stress, frustration, empty rhetoric. Cold as winter in Connecticut. Compassion lacking deficit. Moved by lower senses, coming faker than extensions. Pissed away all good intentions. Out of here, sister was missing. Intuition, maybe it was me. I couldn't see. Holding on to fantasy. Getting bitten by reality. 4 wounds,
Purple Heart, love, veteran, morphine, painkillers, drugs, and medicine. Anything just to forget the hurt. Incoming! Take cover, hit the dirt.
I should've deaded it from Genesis instead of hitting the Guinnesses. Now I'm free falling, cursing, matching street brawling. He ceased calling, no appetite to feast, darling. So deep all in, I bet he never stopped balling women. Worried we supposed to elope? Proposed then you froze, I don't think that I could cope.
War wound, Purple Heart, love, veteran, morphine, painkillers, drugs, and medicine. Mentally scarred for life. Love is war, and some chicks are just too hard to wife.
Constant frustration, stemming from a no-win situation. Russian lust and fornication, adding to the complication. Simpleton, life should really be a piece of intimates. Relationships strengthening, flower essence, penstement. Gentlemen, my favorite shit, so I'm never forsaking it. I persevere, make it fit, sculpting and reshaping it. Taking sips off of it, the nth, passionate, intense, incense, candles lit, scandalous, emotional, bandages. Why would he abandon this? Guess he couldn't handle it. The boss is magnanimous.
That was like really different from the rest, but like still sounded the same. Does that make sense? It was different in that there was verse, chorus.
Oh, okay.
The beat obviously matched completely, and it was a more easy to follow narrative.
Sure.
There were less like weird like metaphors and stuff. Like I understood she's singing about she met this guy, they fell in love, then they broke up or whatever. Yeah. I guess because there's a chorus, like a definite chorus, and it was kind of more melodic almost. But wow, she was so good.
She's very good.
She's so intelligent.
And the way her rhyme structure is, I mean, like I've never heard of Angelica before. I'm not trying to accuse her or anything, but it sounded like MF Doom.
Yeah, she like I was like, wow, you're doing like the same thing.
Yeah,
like you're
it's incredible.
You're on his level. Like wow, because like at the start, all 33 nerves controlling my curves. Common sense just swerved every time I got served. Then stress, frustration, empty rhetoric, cold as winter in Connecticut. Compassion lacking deficit. I'm like, how did you rhyme so many times with rhetoric? Like, how did you come up with that?
And that's the thing about like both of them. Like they pick the words that they're gonna rhyme, and they just find a way to make it sense. Make it make sense. I would
love to see like the process of like how did you? What made you rhyme that? What made you like? If they've chosen a word to rhyme with, and then they want to say another thing. They have to find a way to say that thing, like a convoluted way to say that thing that also rhymes with the last thing they said.
Yeah, and then still makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah. It's incredible. I thought that was amazing. Yeah. I absolutely loved it. And she was absolutely like fantastic. She's so intelligent.
Okay, move on to track number 12, which is called Con Queso.
Give it a sec for the pain to start. This wreck right here, it ain't for the faint of heart. They thought they saw the worst verse from the team of G-men who seemed like nerds at first. Have no fear, the ninja here. Feeling like the tinge in your ear from drinking ginger beer. When it's on, local head gon' lay low and heat it like beef patty, cocoa bread con queso. If you say so, lace the whole caseload. They say wear a metal mask in case his face show. He told them they flow, spits talking Ayos. His whole crew walk with pitchfork and halos. Oh shoot, the goose she's loose, so wild you couldn't chase it down with straight fruit juice. Frown like the first time you taste couscous, stash the deuce. Troops asking truce. Today on Intense Rec Week, we have the supervillain in his own defense to speak. It's all part of my mental techniques, available to freaks and pencil neck geeks. Damn it ain't worth the drama, can it? From the calm bandit, eat rhymes like pomegranate. Soon as he stepped in, he lit the room. Boom, reschedule my noon with Brit Hume. In love with Mary Jane, she's my main thing. Pulled her right from that web head, what a lame brain. Maintain and say it, don't spray it. You wanna see your girl again, you might as well pay it. When it rain, it sure do thunderstorm. I got more rhymes in the summer than musty underarms. 1-2 microphone checker. First learned to neck off a home ec home wrecker. This was back when he was like crib age. When he hit the stage, it's like a gauge to the rib cage. Break the mic like a rock star, break a guitar, and jump off the stage like yeehaw.
I'm gonna be honest, I did not know what he was talking about. So there's a lot of good rhyming.
Yeah.
But I had no idea what he was actually talking about. If anyone wants to explain to me in the comments, please feel free. When it's on, loco head gon' lay low and heat it like beef patty, cocoa bread con queso.
My particular favorite was where he says, "Oh shoot, the goose is loose." So So wild you couldn't chase it down with straight fruit juice.
Yeah.
Frown like the first time you taste couscous.
Yeah.
Stash the deuce. Troops asking truce.
Mm-hmm. Damn, how did he do that? That didn't register in my head. So wild you couldn't chase it down with straight fruit juice.
Yeah.
But then you've got fruit juice, you've got couscous, you have ginger beer in there.
Yeah.
All of these food references.
The goose is loose, so wild, because the goose is wild.
Wild, yeah. Exactly.
That one sounded a bit different because that wasn't produced by Doom himself. That was produced by, I don't want to mess up the guy's name, PNS. I've never heard of PNS, but it was the same vibe, but like it sounded a bit different. So just want to acknowledge that.
Mm-hmm. Feel free to explain what that meant to me in the comments.
I don't know either.
It sounded good, had good lines, good rhymes, was funny. I don't know what exactly he was getting at though.
We'll go to track number 13, our popular one. This one's called Rap Snitch Knishes, featuring Mr. Fantastic.
Okay.
Rap snitches, telling all their business. Sit in the court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Fuck around, get the whole label sent up for years. Tight profile, low, like 8 and paid in full. Attract heavy cash, cause the game's centrifugal. Mr. Fantastic, long though like elastic. Got my life with twin Glocks that's made out of plastic. Can stand up brown nose and nigga fake ass bastard. Admiring my style, tour bus through Manhattan. Plot true to the ski mask, New York's my origin. Play a fake gangster like an old accordion. According to him, when the D's rushed in, complication from the wild testimony was thin. Caused his man to go up off the board, hit him again. Lame rap snitch nigga even told on the Mexican. Rap snitches, telling all their business. Sit in the court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Fuck around, get the whole label sent up for years.
True, there's rules to this shit. Fools dare care. Everybody wanna rule the world with tears for fear. Yeah, tell it on the mountain hill. Running up their mouth bill, everybody doubting still. Informer, keep it up and get tested. Pop through your bubble vest or double-breasted. He keep a lab down south in the Little Beast. So much heat you would've thought it was the Middle East. A little grease always keeps the wheels a spinning, like sitting on 23s to get the squealers grinning. Hitting on many trees, feel real linen. Spitting on enemies, get the steel for 10 men. With no brains but gum flap. He said his gun clapped, then he fled after one slap. Son, shut your trap, save it for the bitches. Delicious, rap snitch knishes.
I felt like that was easier to understand what he was talking about than the last one. So he's talking about rappers basically telling on themselves.
In their songs. Yeah.
I like that. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Sit in the court and be their own star witness. Yeah. That was really clever.
We were just talking about Young Thug yesterday because we did the Travis Scott Days Before Rodeo deluxe songs. And Young Thug was on there. So Young Thug, I don't know the status of his trial. He's on trial right now.
Oh shit.
And I think they were trying to use his lyrics against him.
Oh, I remember you were talking about something like that.
So I don't know what the deal is now with the laws and shit, but that's pretty intense.
Yeah, because I guess if you're putting in a song, you're basically admitting to having done something.
Yeah. At the same time, it's art. So like you could be exaggerating, you could just making up stuff because they're just songs, but some are obviously autobiographical. But what are the boundaries of that? Like anyway, they're saying don't even bother.
It's stupid. Just shut up.
There was one rhyme scheme that I learned just recently, which I thought was interesting, where he says, "Spitting on enemies, get the steel for tin men, wear no brains but gum flap." So when I say wear no brains but gum flap, basically no intelligence but you're talking a lot. He said his gun clap, then he fled after one slap. So spitting on enemies, get steel for the tin men. So like Tin Man in Wizard of Oz. No brains. So like, you know how like the scarecrow wanted a brain. And then he said his gun clap, then he fled after one slap. So that's like...
oh, the courage. Like
courage, like the lion.
The lion.
Yeah.
Wow. That was wow.
Yeah.
That's deep.
It is.
Wow.
So obviously there's probably all of this. There's all of this level throughout the album.
And we just would not have any idea.
Right.
Wow, that was really good.
Okay. Track number 14 is next. Vomitspit.
Great.
It's the beat. You hear it in his sleep sometimes. Blare it in your Jeep so your peoples can stare at them rhymes. Real rhymes, not your everyday hologram. Even when ribs was touching, never swallowed the ham. He'd rather eat a sandwich salad. It might need salt like your man's bland ballad. A lot of stuff happens that the news won't tell yous. Blues on L juice, snooze all hell loose. Butter softy, leather flossy, fatty juggy. Always threw me off when she told me daddy, funk me. I'm like any who's seeds walking all out in the street without any shoes. I guess it's better than some funky socks. You need to get her some skips before she catch the monkeypox. Instead she wanna hit a beatbox, take pills and make fake krills that sheetrock. Sing it, bring it back to your laboratory. While he's in his oratory, glorious like a horror story. The mask is like Jason. They told the place not to let the basket type case in. He could be some kind of wacko, waiting for the chance to heat the pipes like a crack hole. He busted in, criminal mind shifty, swift with the 9 through a 5950. Well educated, he heard it when he meditated in deep theta. Let her hate the creep played her, and made his exit on some calm shit. Begged him on the regular for kegs of more vomit spit.
I think I only understood some of what he was saying there. Cause I understood in the beginning. It's the beat, he hear it in his sleep sometimes. Blare it in your Jeep so your peoples can stare at them rhymes. Real rhymes, not your everyday hologram. Mm-hmm. So he's talking about his music being real.
Right.
Not like a hologram,
That's
I
fake
guess
shit.
is fake. Yeah. He'd rather eat a sandwich salad. It might need salt like your man's bland ballad. Because you need to add salt to things to make them flavorful. Yeah, to bring out the flavor. Mm-hmm. So he's talking shit about other people's raps.
Right.
I think that's more or less the extent of what I actually understood.
Yeah.
Other than he was just going crazy with rhymes in here.
Yeah, my favorite part was when he says, "Sing it, bring it back to your laboratory," while he's in his oratory, glorious like a horror story.
Yeah.
The mask is like Jason.
Mm-hmm.
So like Jason, Friday the 13th.
Yeah. With the mask.
But the way he was just rhyming laboratory, oratory, horror story.
Who thinks to rhyme those things?
Yeah. So we'll go to the last song, which is called Cookies.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible, one little evening alone home, end up with carpal tunnel syndrome. And here I am, known for giving heavy backaches, grown and living off of Little Debbie snack cakes. Supposed to be checking emails, all I got is messages from ass naked females. I don't know her, Jenny, she said it's free and I won't owe her a penny. And that's the last time I saw her, but thousands of more horrors on online Gomorrah. Okay honey, sweet dreams, now it's time to get serious like Pete Freens. A metal handful, wipe it on the quilt. Wife wake up and I'm killed over spilt milk. Locked in, looking at your picture. You fully clothed winter and I'm right there with you. Thinking about the last time I split your wishbone. A man could only wish you do the same till he get home. Watching Bet on Jazz for knowledge on file. Every other commercial, college hoes going wild. Soft batch, I prefer the other bunch like we got for lunch. Chocolate fudge, butter crunch. He don't mess with the Ritz bits, wheat thins, saltines, or Triscuits. Matzos or Cheez-Its, catch sugar fits every time that he sees. Chips Ahoy, double chocolate chunks, even uses a code name, Famous Amos. It's cheaper than a short stay at the Days Inn and good like 25-cent oatmeal raisin. Give a hand to who invented the camera, skip past the gram, animal, and grammars. Shh, make sure she don't wake from a dream chill or get caught with a handful of cream fill.
Ooh, honey, what are you doing?
That might seem ill.
Go wash your hands. No.
Cookies.
Hey, you know something, gang? That doom ain't really all bad.
What do you mean, Dan?
Well, on account of him, I had me a real good time, you know? I mean, between you and me, I kind of like being black.
Well, maybe if we're lucky, he'll attack us once more and send you back, Benjamin.
Very funny, very, very funny.
Very nice to end an album with a song about masturbation. How many metaphors can you come up with in a song with that subject matter?
Yeah.
Let's find out. From the very beginning.
It was hilarious.
One little evening alone home, end up with carpal tunnel syndrome. And then supposed to be checking emails. All I got is messages from ass naked females. I don't know, Jenny. She said it's free and I won't owe her a penny. When he said, night, night. Okay, honey. Sweet dreams. Now it's time to get serious like peak frenz. A metal handful. Wipe it on the quilt. Wife, wake up, and I'm killed over spilt milk. Damn. Another thing that was impressive was how many cookie references he managed to fit in there.
Yeah, like Peak Frenz. That's like some of my favorite. Peak Frenz is a cookie company.
I had no idea about Peak Frenz. I know he mentioned that guy who was on a famous Amos. He was on Shark Tank, remember? Because he had to sell his business.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, that old guy. He was a legend.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the Cheez-Its, the Triscuits, like all these different crackers and cookies.
Yeah.
Ritz Bits.
I liked how he said Cheez-Its catch sugar fits every time that he sees Chips Ahoy. Because Cheez-Its sees it. Yeah. Chips Ahoy, yeah.
Again.
And then double chocolate chunk, something. Yeah, damn. He's, wow. 25-cent oatmeal raisin, or get caught with a handful of cream fill.
Yeah.
What are you doing? That's so nasty. Go wash your hands. No.
No, get out of here.
What song to end it on?
Yeah.
The beat was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a lot of...
yeah, speaking of the beat, I think the original contained a Sesame Street sample, so he couldn't clear it, so that's why I had to change it.
Yeah.
So.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What an amazing album.
Mm-hmm.
Again, just like with Mad Villainy, what an experience.
Right.
What an environment he like creates around you.
Mm-hmm.
Just absolutely insane.
Yeah. And it warrants like multiple lessons, obviously.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you want to get everything.
He's so intelligent.
Yeah.
He's like on so many levels. Like I was saying before, it's crazy that he was able to just like this totally unique like vibe, like
so his own style, for sure.
And then to be so lyrical on top of that, but like he said himself, like speaking in code, he just takes what could be a simple sentence and then says it in this this convoluted way.
Yeah.
And wow, he's just so good. I could just go on forever, but damn, what a fantastic album. I didn't expect any less, obviously.
Yeah.
It was amazing how he like was incorporating, like I mentioned before, like these like food related like idioms, for example.
Yeah.
It was like thinking of every aspect of the album reminded me of like writing research and all the different sections like you have to like compile when you're taking notes, but it's relevant to this topic. So you're going to file it under this topic, the notes that you're taking and the sources. Then there's another topic and you're going to file under this. So he's having to like file like, okay, here are food related idioms and expressions and metaphors that I can tie into this album. Here's this food means this, but also means this, like brainstorming. And then getting all these samples that are also related to food. And then these other oh my God.
Yeah.
Like how does he do it? And
like I said, this was like 4 albums in like 2 years or whatever it was.
How?
Yeah.
That skit about how this Doom had like disappeared and wanted to be alone with his experiments and stuff, and then came back to like take over the world, and that's literally him.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It's so funny. I didn't even put that together.
That's so incredible.
And the way that I described it, I'm like, oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Insane.
I'm glad you liked it.
An intelligent guy. I knew I would like it.
Yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, MF Doom, he just puts a smile on my face.
Yeah.
Like, it's just happy music, you know. Lighthearted, yes, and kind of like, and the nostalgia as well for this time period that I don't really remember, but it really just puts you in that place with all those voices and the music, right? So if you made it this far, again, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for 1 year of fun.
It's kind of hard to believe, to be honest, but we're here.
Hopefully this was better than our first video.
I already know it's better than the last one. I don't know how this one went. I don't know, but
in a
like,
year's time, this one will be embarrassing too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, thanks again, guys.
Thank you so much. This will be on Patreon.
Right.
Other exclusive videos and stuff over there, polls, you can request songs if you're interested. If you're not, we just appreciate you supporting us by watching our videos, liking, subscribing.
Okay, perfect. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.